Bang. Hello everybody on the internet. As we all know, Daredevil Born Again has now started filming, and Jon Bernthal is returning as the Punisher in it. Daredevil is one of the best shows of all time, but all of the Marvel Netflix shows were cancelled too soon. So when Marvel Studios brought back Charlie Cox's Daredevil, everyone was happy. He is so well read and so passionate about the character, and perfectly casted. The fact that he's getting another show of his own is amazing. Born Again has the potential to be the best Disney Plus show, and I'm going to talk about that now. I think Hawkeye is the best Disney Plus show of all. That show did amazing things with Clint and Kate, and it just hit everything right for me. It also handled Kingpin well, so I don't know if they'll ever top Hawkeye. But if any character can, it's Daredevil. Daredevil was a perfect show because the character's material is so good and people care about it so much. I honestly don't think Born Again will be better than the original, but with 18 episodes of depth and Kevin Feige, they can make another amazing thing with Daredevil. We don't know a lot about the show yet, but we do know that it won't continue where season 3 left off. Because so much time has passed, and since it's on a new platform now and is being made by Marvel Studios, the only way to go is to have it be a whole new show about a different time in this character's life. People who haven't seen the original won't be confused by this show, which I'm interested to see how they handle given Daredevil and Kingpin's history. The show definitely won't be based off the Born Again comic either, because Charlie Cox already said it's not, and Daredevil Season 3 was based off Born Again. They're just using the name to signify a new chapter for Daredevil. It's a good thing that this show will be very different. As Charlie Cox said, if this show isn't different, then there's no point in doing it. But I already know that there will be people who are going to whinge about this because it's not the exact same as the original. But too bad. Since Charlie said that the show won't be as gory as the original, I guarantee that this show won't be rated MA15+, like the original was, which is fine. Daredevil comics aren't actually as violent as the show was, but you can still be dark without a lot of blood. And to those who say, Daredevil's going to be Disney-fied, the MCU's childish. Reminder, Marvel Studios made these movies. They're also making Deadpool 3, which will be rated MA, so I'm not worried. Another reason I have a lot of faith in Born Again is because of how well they've already handled Daredevil. His Spider-Man No Way Home cameo was perfect, and his appearance in She-Hulk was the best part of that show. Even though She-Hulk is so much lighter and Daredevil was funnier there, it didn't feel out of character. Matt's always had a dry sense of humor, and Charlie made him feel like the same person.
And I'm a Catholic. I have a soft spot for hopeless causes. That was a bad joke, sorry.
He's a lawyer?
No, I'm just a big fan of legal dramas.
He wore a brighter coloured suit as a comic reference and to suit the tone. And they put him in a hallway. They knew what they were doing. She-Hulk did not ruin Daredevil. Of course Daredevil is not going to be like this in a comedy show. It's like how Batman is not going to be like this in a cartoon. I reckon his appearance in Echo will bring him back to a grittier tone. The main reason I'm looking forward to Echo is because of Daredevil and Kingpin. Also, if the logo shown at D23 is any indication, they are finally going to give Daredevil the double D symbol on his suit. So what else do we know about Daredevil Born Again? We know that there will be a bigger focus on law and courtroom cases, which is very fitting for Matt Murdock. Kingpin is the main villain, of course. 2 cast members are potential love interests. I have no comment on that. Also, there are rumors that White Tiger could be introduced. I'd be very interested to see that. And Jon Bernthal is returning as the Punisher, which is so awesome. Frank Castle was one of the best parts of Season 2, and his show was good too. I can't wait to see how they reintroduce him to those who haven't seen the Netflix shows. I hope he's in plenty of episodes. Maybe this show is going to partly be about Matt dealing with cases that connect to other Marvel characters, some of which Daredevil has met before. Mike Coulter and Kristen Ritter recently met again, sparking speculation. Also those rumors about Echo. Look, it probably doesn't mean anything. Maybe it's possible, but I don't want to get carried away. But I would freaking love to see Luke Cage and Jessica Jones again. I also really want Iron Fist to come back. I don't think Iron Fist deserved the hate it got. Yes, Season 1 didn't have the perfect direction, but Season 2 got way better. It'd be awesome to bring him back and let Finn Jones wear the comic costume that Season 2 almost gave him. And if White Tiger is actually in Born Again, that would make an Iron Fist appearance more likely, since the White Tiger amulet originates from Kunlun. So, 3 characters from the Netflix shows are back. It only feels right for the rest of them to come back too, because they are all great and were so well casted. There is no better place to bring these guys back than in Daredevil. If Born Again is secretly a Defenders reunion, that's going to make a lot of fans happy. Especially since Luke Cage and Iron Fist ended on big cliffhangers, and Daredevil set up Bullseye. But again, I don't want to get carried away. Take this all with a grain of salt. Though, some sad news is that Deborah Ann Wool and Eldon Henson are said to not be returning. This makes no sense. Karen Page and Foggy Nelson are the most important people in Matt's life, both in the comics and the show. Just thinking optimistically, maybe they're keeping it a secret? Actors never know anything until the last minute. Also, Marvel tend to make last minute decisions, so maybe they'll surprise us? Or maybe this show could get more seasons and Carrie and Foggy will show up later. Season 3 ended in the best way, with Matt, Karen and Foggy starting a new law firm together. Maybe something's happened and it's been some time since Matt has seen them, but if Karen and Foggy really aren't in it, then I have no idea why. But the most important thing Born Again has to do is to do right by Matt's Catholic faith. Daredevil wears his religion like a flag. The original show nailed this aspect of him. One of the reasons I think Season 3 was the best is because it's the most faith-based season. Matt's arc is learning what God's plan is for him. As a Christian, I love hearing conversations like this.
Anyway, he told me God's plan is like a beautiful tapestry. And the tragedy of being human is that we only get to see it from the back, with all the ragged threads and the muddy colors. We only get a hint at the true beauty that would be revealed if we could see the whole pattern on the other side, as God does.
Matt's Catholic faith needs to be a priority of this show. The MCU is full of great representation, so they could do it well. Now that Daredevil is fully a part of the larger MCU, Born Again has the potential to lead Daredevil to joining the Avengers and be in the Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. I can't emphasize enough how amazing that would be. Kevin Feige also said that Daredevil and Spider-Man will lead the street level side of the MCU going forward. So there is no doubt in my mind that they will team up Daredevil and Spider-Man at some point. Could Spider-Man 4 be Spidey, Black Cat and Daredevil taking on Kingpin? Check out my video about that in the card above. Daredevil Born Again has so much potential. I just know it will be something good. The last few years, the MCU fandom has been in a very toxic, divisive place, which I can't stand. Since everyone loves Daredevil, I hope that this show will bring some civility back to the MCU, like No Way Home did. So, are you excited for Daredevil Born Again? What are your hopes for the show? Let me know in the comments below, and may the Force be with you.